in the competition. And it's a great rivalry. Even though France have won most of the clashes between the two, there has been very little separating them, with average scores of about 19-13 favouring France. So these two sides are very close. And from Canada's performance yesterday, they're hoping for it to be even closer.
Ball on the ground. That's hit a Mayer. They move it wide. Witkowski now out for the number 2 in Meechan. Played very strongly late in the day yesterday. Phil Mack wrapped up. Advantage being played to the Canadians. 10 metres short of the halfway line. Meechan takes it to ground. Out through Struben. Now Witkowski. Strong run. Seasoned campaigner, this fellow. Powerful player. Steps run down by the French defence. Coming across was Labata. Phil Mack. Wide pass. They've got numbers to the left. Here are Mayer. And finally the Canucks. Phil Mack with the restart. His side leading by 7-0. A promising start. And now Witkowski. Tremendous player. Good defence by France. He returned from injury in Hong Kong. Chris Witkowski comes from the Castaway Wanderers. Born in Warsaw in Poland. He's actually played for Canada at the international level in 15s. And now Mensa Coca. Long striding player, as Chris mentioned, plays with the French club Albi. Using great width, the Canadians in this bowl quarter-final. Leading by the converted try, Witkowski. Now for Kleberger. And he goes in for try number 2 unopposed. That is a stroll in the park on the Adelaide Oval.
We've seen it in sport get people into trouble previous. Mensa Coca, we talked about him early, and how ezy is this?
Niels.
3-man scrums, you can give the jolt just as the ball comes in and turn it over.
They met on 3 occasions during the series this year, and the French have won 2 of the 3. Canadians beat them in the semi-final in Dubai in the opening tournament back in November. But they have certainly improved, Chris. They lost a semi-final in the plate in Hong Kong. And they also came into the side with the loss of a couple of players. So
I think Thierry Genesec needs to slap around some of these Frenchmen at half-time instead of pushing the officials.
Well, you can rest assured he will,
asleep.
Chris.
Yeah, they look as though they're asleep. Nigel Starmer-Smith struggles early in the morning yet.
Geoffrey Michel, won't they? Scores the first try right on the shadow of half-time for the French. The 20-year-old from Castres, Geoffrey Michel. And Januzek, certainly volatile, he's expressive. But good finishing, his first try in this tournament. And it's 19 points to 5 with the kick to come.
It was great work. Here's an opportunity for a genuine speedster. Goes to the safety of the touchline and just outpaces the Canadian cover defence. It was a great try from Michel.
There's a little love-hate relationship with the officials and the French coach.
It can only be won by one person, and that's the person in the red jersey and the white cap, the official.
So the conversion is successful for Patrick Bosc. Canada lead France by 19 points to 7.
Wonderful number of tournaments experience, and Janusek loose, gesticulating.
Conceded 13 tries in this tournament.
I heard you talking like this one night in Clermont-Ferrand, David.
Je parlais français un petit peu, Chris. Very little.
Adelaide rugby landscape, the French side being here. But some suggestion next year that Italy may play a test match here in Adelaide.
What about the aerial skills of Mensa Coca again from the kick-off? Just one of the critical plays in Sevens rugby to be able to grab possession from the kick-off. And Mensa Coca Victor Vito. There's so many great players here that are great exponents of that particular art.
And they use Sean Mackay, the Australian, as well in a similar role. France
isolate the man here.
Struggling at the restart. Now they must use the ball well.
Labata with a quick restart, trying to move it wide.
You had Labata in hospital this morning.
Well, he came off injured yesterday, but it was Thomas Arnie that went to an MRI scan today in Adelaide Hospital to see the specialist Helmut Vascher. And apparently he's got a problem with the anterior cruciate ligament.
It's all happening here in Adelaide. That specialist is overworked. I think he's on the sideline. We may see him appear later in the tournament as France get into some space, shut the gate.
Away goes Manuel Dalinha. He scores his 8th try. He scored against Kenya yesterday. It's the second conversion. And Manuel Dalinha
all celebrating their success yesterday and looking forward to further success today as France feed the line out deep in their own territory. They need a break to get back.
Canada lead by 19-14. A converted try would give France the lead. They're inside their own 22 though. Good play. Away goes Geoffrey Michel. He scored just before half time. And he's going to go right around under the post. He'll give Boss the easiest of conversions, and that will put France in the lead for the very first time in the match.
We heard Shane Thompson, the Canadian coach, at half-time talking about posting somebody. Got a break on the bench and replaced by Emeric Chrétien.
Plays with Aviron in the French Sevens Championship. They won it this year.
There's the try scorer. Well rewarded.
Now the restart. France in the lead for the first time. Mensah Coker knocked forward by the French.
You would think, being the French, you would kick to a place where the great ball retriever wasn't, wouldn't you? This is simple strategy. You pick the place where the shortest person is on the field and kick there. Why would you continue to kick
and have your tallest player chase?
You know, it's not a
crouch, touch,
an
pause,
incredibly overtaxing game. This
scrappy play on the field is La Carte for Canada.
France have just been wired up. There's an energy there. If they turn this over, there's problems.
Well, you said they came here looking half asleep, and that was about a minute before half-time, and I think that's the time that the alarm bell rang.
Well, it's probably they hadn't set their clock forward or back for daylight saving. Just finished here in South Australia, and some who struggled to hear the call, and that's probably why the crowd is a little slower today to get here to Adelaide Oval.
Now there could be a yellow card here against Mensah Coker, so that will leave the Canadians one man short and a crucial man short with 52 seconds of play remaining.
10 please, 10.
Canada, well, they had this game in the bag, Chris.
They did. Looking
3
good.
unanswered tries scored by the French. Oh, that's clever play. Pass back infield. Labata under pressure, showing soccer skills. Picked up this time by Combezu. And now it's away for Cléty and the replacement. And that will confirm that the French will go through to the bowl semi-final. And Canada, after looking so impressive on day one and slightly unlucky against South Africa and Australia, will be shuttered back to the Shield competition.
Well, disappointingly, there, Mensah Coker on the bench. But all power to Janacek, the French coach. He made the replacement and put Chrétien on. He knew he had one in him, and he didn't disappoint. To wrap up the game, great try there from Emeric Chrétien, the replacement, and the French coach pleased that they're through.
So the final score in the second bowl quarterfinal. Success for the French after Canada at one stage led by 14-0. France run out winners by 28 points to 19.